Welcome to Cash Chats with me, Andy Webb from BeCleverWithYourCash.com. This is the podcast to help you make the most of your money. In episode 364, we're talking about the brand new energy price cap figure, which is going to come into play from the 1st of April. We are going to see a drop of 12%, which is good news for our bills. We'll explain exactly how that's going to work, plus what this might mean for fixed deals. Are we going to see them coming back, cheaper fixed deals? Another story this week, since we've had a number of big bank switching deals on the horizon, a lot of you have been asking about what impact a lot of bank switching or even opening up new current accounts has on your credit report. So I'll take you through the things you need to think about when you are doing this, particularly if you're looking at doing more than one of them in a short space of time. And also a way to take the effort out of savings. Automation that can happen in the background every week, every month, that ensures money is moving from your bank account when you get paid to a separate savings account, which will really help you boost those stashes of cash. And as ever, I will have deals of the week. And since it is our 10th birthday this week, I'll be talking you through some of the top freebies you can get when it is your birthday. So make sure you stay tuned for that at the end of the episode. Now, one last thing though, before we get into the main bulk of the app this week, is I have got a favour to ask for you. As I said, it is the 10th birthday of Be Clever With Your Cash. It happened just last Saturday. And every year around this time, I ask you guys for your feedback, what you like, what you don't like, what you think we could do better, what we can do more of on the website, the podcast, the YouTube channel, in fact, anything where we are producing content for you. And it is really useful. Every year when this comes through, I do use that to make me think about what we're going to be covering, any changes we might make over the coming year. Now, the URL for this, becleverwithyourcash.com/survey. Would really appreciate your time. It won't take you very long to do it. Much of it is multiple choice or drop downs. A few areas for you to jot a few little notes if you wish. Again, it would make a big difference. And if when you're filling this in, you enter your email address, you'll be entered into a prize draw where one of you will win a £100 voucher. So if you don't want to just help me out, maybe you want to do it just to get yourself potentially £100. So becleverwithyourcash.com/survey. Now, if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, we're going to jump into the deals of the week and those birthday freebies right here in this particular video. Those other sections are available as separate videos. You can find them from the channel homepage, or there is a Cash Chats podcast playlist, and you'll be able to find all those extra parts there, or just click through to the links that we had just now in this video. But let's get into it, shall we? This is episode 364 of Cash Chats. So deals of the week. We'll come to those in a moment. There's a couple which are specific to this week I want to share with you. But as I've mentioned, it is our 10th birthday. And whenever it is your birthday, there is an opportunity to get loads of freebies from cafes, shops, bars, places like that. And I want to take you through some of the best ones out there. Now, I'm focusing here on actual freebies. There might be potentially like a minimum spend or something like that, but that's not going to be anything more than the voucher itself. I'm not going to talk about the ones where you have to buy a meal to get a meal, things like that. There are those ones out there as well, but I want to focus just on the freebies. Now, to get these, pretty much universally, the way to get it is either to sign up to an email mailing list or to sign up to the loyalty app for those brands. Now, the emails, if you signed up to them, make sure you are ticking that box to get the marketing emails, otherwise you won't see these. And keep an eye, when it is your birthday, just keep an eye for anything that comes through from those brands. Normally in the 2 weeks before your birthday, it's going to appear. Sometimes it's the month before, sometimes it's the calendar month when it begins. So if your birthday was, I don't know, the 17th of April, maybe it will come on the 1st of April. But broadly speaking, have a look around that time. And the vouchers, when they come through, they're often valid for an extended period. Maybe if it is 2 weeks before your birthday, you get the voucher, they'll be valid for that whole 2 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks after. Some of them might be more specific, and it might be on the day itself. But again, all those terms and conditions will vary, but just keep an eye out for this stuff as it comes along. The other option, of course, and it works in a very similar way, say with that loyalty app. So within that loyalty app, you're going to have to remember to go in. You might not get an email reminding you of things, but if you maybe make a little note of the ones which you've signed up for, where you want to get this freebie, put it in your calendar. So when your birthday pops up, it says, check this, check that. And again, go and you generally just show your app and you show the code or whatever it might be to get that freebie in store. And although I'm about to tell you about some big brands, ones which are probably available for most of the country, don't forget your local independents as well. I've got local bars, local bakeries, places like that would also give freebies. And often they're the best ones out there because you're supporting a local business and the quality is often that little bit better. So let's start off with drinks. If you go to Slug and Lettuce, if you sign up to the Slug and Lettuce newsletter, you can get a free bottle of Prosecco. And there is no requirement for you to spend any other money when you claim this. So that's a nice one. You can start your night off in Slug and Lettuce if you want, get the Prosecco, and then move on to somewhere else you might want to go, or just stay there and spend money. That's why they're doing this, obviously, to tempt you in and bring more friends than a bottle of Prosecco is going to cover. But just you and one mate, not just you on your own, free bottle of Prosecco is not a bad option there. Nicholson's is another pub national chain where you often get a voucher for a free pint or a free G&T. All bar one if you sign up to their newsletter and their membership scheme. Again, there's a free drink on your birthday. Boost, kind of a smoothie place. Again, sign up to their Boost Vibe Club and you'll get that free drink on your birthday. Again, like I said, with a lot of these, you've got sometimes got a longer period, some a shorter period of time. With the Boost one, it's 3 days before and after your birthday. There is another one. I'm going to share this one because it is a freebie, and this is Starbucks. But you have to use Starbucks on a regular basis for this to work out, because you need to be gold level, gold status on their rewards scheme. And that takes 450 stars, and you get 3 stars for every pound that you spend. So you need to spend 150 quid in Starbucks in a year before you get to that level in order to get that free drink. So this is really only one for the Starbucks purists who are there all the time anyway. Now, sticking with cafes, but moving on to cake, there are a number of ways you can get something to eat, sweet treat, so they call it. Costa is one of them. The Costa Club, free slice of cake will appear on your birthday. Greg's, free cake or a donut, again via the Greg's app. Remember, with all of these, you make sure when you sign up, you put your birthday in there, by the way, because if you don't put your birthday in, they're not going to know it's there to give you that freebie. Krispy Kreme, they will give you a free donut if you join the Friends of Krispy Kreme scheme. This is just from the Krispy Kreme shops themselves, not from the lights when you see it in a Tesco or places like that. Cafe Nero, again, join the Cafe Nero app, sign up for that, put your birthday in the settings, and you'll get a voucher for another free slice of cake on your birthday. It's worth saying with a number of these, there are other freebies you get when you sign up, or other freebies as you go along. It's just these are the ones particularly suited for your actual birthday. Lidl, you'll get a free donut or a cookie or something like that if you go with the Lidl scheme. Sign up to that. And Gales, and this is probably like the nicest one out of all these sort of bakery ones. Again, sign up to their app and you can get a free cake from their kind of core collection on your birthday. More food ones here, a couple to share with you. Barburrito, if you sign up to their loyalty schemes, then on your birthday you can get a freebie. Or Burger King via their loyalty app as well. You get a free Whopper, and that one's valid for 14 days. That's the food ones out of the way. A couple of worth talking about. These are freebies that you can get to spend in shops. Now, the one that I've always signed up to, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to pan out based on the current situation, but it's worth signing up for anyway and seeing, is the Body Shop. Obviously, we know, time of recording this, they are in administration, but it's looking like they're going to survive in some form. And if they keep that loyalty scheme going in the same way, £5 voucher for you to use on your birthday. Obviously, that's easier if there are stores you can go into, because if you're doing it online, then there's going to be a minimum delivery, minimum order to get free delivery. But as long as you've still got some stores, and hopefully some of them will survive, that's £5 to spend. Hotel Chocolat will also give you £5 to spend. Again, this one is one you're going to want to use in store to avoid any extra charges, because if you're using it online, you're going to have to spend a lot more money. But again, that's a nice freebie to have. It's one that I always take advantage of. Go and get myself one of those little selector packs. They're normally about, what, £5.50, something like that. You're paying a little bit of money. There's not much you can get which is bang on £5, and it is a minimum £5 spend, but that's a nice way to get some posh chocolate for a big saving. Moving on to beauty, Space NK is one of the brands that will give you a free treat on your birthday. That's normally a £5 voucher. Again, same as before, ideally use it in store and buy something small. There isn't that much, I was saying there, which is going to be around £5. So maybe it's going towards like a little bit of treat, and combine it when they have other offers running if possible. M&S and IKEA have also done the same thing, a free treat on your birthday, which has often been a £5 voucher. However, it doesn't seem to run every year. Certainly last year, I didn't get one from IKEA or M&S. So worth signing up to those schemes. It's IKEA Family, M&S Sparks, signing up and just checking them on your birthday to see if there is something there. Hobbycraft is another one. They give you a £5 voucher if you register for the Hobbycraft Club, and you can spend that in-store or online. And the last one here to tell you about is a free gift via ShopMeM. ShopMeM is a cashback app. Effectively, there are certain products in there in the supermarket, and if you buy them and scan the receipt, you'll get the money back. Well, on your birthday, you tend to get some kind of freebies, and the last couple of years, I've had like a box of celebrations absolutely for free. So buy in the supermarket, scan the receipt, and they've refunded me the money. So there you go. They are some top birthday freebies, which I'm sharing with you to celebrate the 10th birthday of Be Clever with Your Cash. Let's talk now about my general deals of the week. I'm only going to share a couple with you here that are worth mentioning. And one of them is a new credit card offer from American Express. I'm going to do a credit card update video and article probably this week where I'll go into more detail, but just giving you the heads up on this one. This is a rare offer for the American Express Platinum Cashback Everyday card. Now, the normal welcome offer on this, and it's important to say you cannot have had an Amex in your name in the last 2 years in order to qualify for this offer. But normally the offer for this one is to spend, you get 5% cash back on the first £2,000 that you spend in the first 3 months. And this is one of the it's a free card. It's one of the more entry-level Amexes out there for people. This is going to be extended until the middle of April for new applicants. If you've got it extended for the 5% remains the same, but it's on the first $2,500, and you've got over 5 months to spend that money in. So you'll be getting potentially 125 quid rather than 100 quid as that free bonus. There's no fee, which is great, and you've got more time to spend. And I think this is interesting in that if the other cards to spend was too much for you, £3,000 in 3 months, more than that, whatever it might be, then this is a way of you potentially more time to get there and get that 125 quid, which is pretty good without any fee up front. The only caveat I would say on this one, and I will do more of analysis on this in a separate credit card video, is that this card does require you to spend £3,000 on the card in the entire year to get any of your cash back. So don't just stop at that £2,500 when the 5% rate drops to 0.5%. You're still going to want to spend at least another £500 on there in the year. Now, another cashback offer to tell you about, and I have mentioned this before, but this is going to end the 28th of February, so on Wednesday, so you haven't got much time to get this, is from Hyperjar. Hyperjar is a budgeting app, effectively, prepaid card, but you can put money into different boxes, and has lots of great features like that. If you want to sort of have that kind of, essentially that envelope way of budgeting, but in a digital format. Well, they're kind of trialing out different cashback offers, and the one they've got right now will give you 1% cashback on the first £500 you spend, and then 1.5% on spending above that every single month, which potentially means 1% equals the best you're going to get in most other places on that first 500 quid, and then the more you spend above that, you're getting a 1.5%, which is better than you can get on pretty much any other cashback card. And this is capped at a maximum amount of cashback you can earn every single month at £200. So really, you're going to be fine. You're not going to be capped, where the likes of like Chase are capped at £15 every single month. This one will not have that cap. However, this is not going to be an ongoing offer. It is just for 6 months. So we'll be earning until the end of August this year. But it's certainly worth a look. And since we don't know just right now whether Chase will be extending cashback, when for many of us it's going to end at the end of March, this could be a good thing to have as a backup. So you're still going to be earning on your spending. Of course, the flip side is if you sign up for this offer and a better deal comes on later on, you might miss out. And that's where I am at the moment. I'm not sure whether to sign up for it or not. I've got to obviously make a decision today or tomorrow. But that is certainly one to think about. You can go via the Hyperjar website, or we do have a link to go through from becleverwithyourcash.com. They're the main ones to tell you about this week on our deals. Obviously, more deals are happening all the time, and we do share them every week in our newsletter. If you aren't already signed up, please do join us there. becleverwithyourcash.com/newsletter. Not only will you get the best of the website, the YouTube channel, the podcast, and all of our deals at 7 a.m. on a Thursday morning, you also get a £20 welcome offer for Quidco if you've never used Quidco before. So that's one of the top welcome offers ever available. So you get that. It's a nice extra bit of saving as well. My name is Andy Webb. Thank you so much for listening to Cash Chats. Until next time, cheers.